Lord, thank you for being here. Thank you for tying into the middle of your day, what's going on in the world around you as we take a look at the news headlines and kind of the most important stories of the middle of each day here on AFA Today. Kevin McCullough is my name. We are coming to you from the studios in New York on the Halloween edition of the 2013. And we are glad to be here. I have no intentions of putting on any costumes or asking anyone for candy. I don't do that. So I don't know what you do in your house. We're not into the Halloween thing at the McCullough house. So it's just another day for us. But I realize for a lot of people, there's trick-or-treating and other things that have to get done this afternoon. So before you get into any of that, we want to make sure you're aware of what's going on and why as we help you navigate the stories of the day. Well, we've got some interesting response, finally, from the president. Now, a couple of days ago, we talked about how if you had liked your insurance policy and it worked for you and it fit your budget and it had the coverage that you wanted it to have, and again, if you liked it, the president said time and again, all through the campaigns and the run-up to the writing of the health care law and everything else, that if you liked your plan, you would be able to keep it. That, a couple of days ago, turned into, well, some people are going to get to keep it. That's turned into, if you don't like it now, just shop in the marketplace. This was the president yesterday as he spoke to a group in Boston, actually addressing this for the first time.
Now, if you had one of these substandard plans before the Affordable Care Act became law, and you really liked that plan, you were able to keep it. That's what I said when I was running for office.
Well, okay, good. That's awesome, Mr. President. So what did he say again? Let me just get the exact words. If you had a substandard plan, oh, wow, now I feel not so good about my plan. Maybe my plan maybe it was inferior to the other plans that were around. Maybe wait a minute. Why does he get to say it was substandard? Why is he indicting my insurance policy? Where does the president have the right to call what I decided was best for my family in terms of our budget and what we could afford? Why does he suddenly have who died and gave him the royal scepter and the crown and said, okay, now you get to decree which insurance plans are standard or substandard? All hail the king of the world. Where'd that come from? He didn't say if you had a substandard plan, you can keep it when he campaigned. He said if you have a plan that you like, that you can afford, that gives you the coverage that you as a family need, if you like it, you can keep it. Now it's pejorative. Well, if it's substandard and you liked it, yes, I did say that was one of the things I said that you could possibly, yes, if it was a substandard plan, you could keep it.
That was part of the promise we made.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since the law was passed, if insurers decided to downgrade or cancel these substandard plans, what we said under the law is you've got to replace them with quality comprehensive coverage.
Oh, okay. So what does that mean? It means kind of like this. You're humming along before the elections in 08 and 12, and you like your plan. You're working for an employer and they've got a plan that you like, or you're working for yourself or for a small company and you have, your little boutique and you get the plan that you like. Or maybe you're like me and you buy a policy for your family on a monthly basis and it has the things in it and you decide, okay, because we're this stage of life, we want this, and this. We go online, we find, we shop, we get what we need, we can afford it. Bingo, we've got the plan that we want. Now, up to 15 million Americans, as of 2 or 3 weeks ago, are now getting letters saying, sorry, we can no longer offer you this policy. They're being told that it's an illegal policy. Why is it illegal? Because they're calling it substandard. Oh, yeah, we're back to what he thinks my insurance policy should include. See, here's what I don't understand. And it's Kevin McCullough. It's been a hard week. Maybe something's just not firing on all fours for me. But I don't understand why, if I'm a 43-year-old single male, which I'm not, but I know some who are. If I'm a 43-year-old single male, why, if I've never once thought about having a child because I'm a 43-year-old single male, why do I need a policy that contains birth control and abortion and pregnancy coverage and mammograms? What do I have need of in that? And I'm not being funny. I'm asking the question. Why do I, as a single man, if I'm a single man living, why should I have to have a policy that has all of that included? Wouldn't it make a lot more sense for me to not pay for a policy that might include some of that, and I'll just pay for what I need, and then I'll just go my separate way? Couldn't that work out better? This is what he's calling substandard plans. I don't think that I will ever be in need of a mammogram personally. Even as a married man, I don't think I'm going to be in need of a mammogram at any point in my healthy life. It's not something that men get. So why do I need to carry a policy that has coverage for such? See, when you throw all of the services in there, that's what spikes the price. And these insurance companies that had these substandard plans that we were all told we could keep. We were all told we could keep. They don't meet the minimum requirements for a comprehensive plan. Here's another thought. Maybe I like to not pay a lot of cash on a month-to-month basis for a policy. Maybe I would prefer, from my own financial planning of how I run my own finances in my family as the chief revenue earner in my family, maybe what I would prefer is to have a very high deductible and pay a lot more of cost out of pocket up front, and really just have the insurance there for the major stuff, the catastrophic, et cetera, et cetera. The pregnancy, the catastrophic. What if I don't want something that gives me co-pays and drugs and everything else that I want all the time? Because maybe I'm going to try to take control of my health in other ways. Eating healthy, getting more exercise, not smoking, not drinking. Maybe I'm going to choose to do certain things like that that then wouldn't make me inclined to need what somebody living down the street eating 15 Big Macs a day and smoking 2 packs. Maybe they're going to need more health care than I will. But should I be forced to pay for a comprehensive package that includes him getting comprehensive packages when that's not some? What if I just want to pay out of pocket? What if I think, God's going to allow me to be such a good steward of my money that it will be much better for me to pay out of pocket, a high deductible, and just have the catastrophic stuff standing by? Plus, that way, I'm not a burden on doctors' offices and other things. I'm probably not going to go as often. I'm not going to just drop in every time I get a runny nose. You know how people use things that they feel like are like gym memberships? They just, all the time. Go to the doctor, got a runny nose. Go to the doctor, got a sore throat. Go to the doctor. See, we don't insure our cars this way, and this is really what it's weird, because when you think of car insurance, you can have different policies, and by the way, you can get policies that will pay for your tune-ups every year, and I don't know, maybe you can get a policy that allows you so many fill-ups of gas a year and so forth. But when you buy a policy that has all of that in it, it's really expensive. Most people get what they need by way of auto insurance. So if it's an older car, they don't get as much because the cost to replace it, they're probably not interested in replacing everything on an older car. They only carry the really comprehensive stuff on brand new cars that aren't paid for yet, because that's what the factory requires, because they still own it, or the bank, because they still own it until it's paid off. So you just get insurance for what you need. But no, we're now the president is now forcing us forcing us, telling us, making us get something that in his mind doesn't fit the bill of being substandard. Your reaction to this, 888-589-8840. It's AFA Today. I'm Kevin McCullough, just trying to obliterate confusion and make some sense out of what the truth is in all of this. Obliterate confusion, replace it with truth, find clarity. The president continued.
Because that, too, was a central premise of the Affordable Care Act from the very beginning. And today that promise means that every plan in the marketplace covers a core set of minimum benefits like maternity care and preventive care and mental health care and prescription drug benefits and hospitalization. And they can't use allergies or pregnancy or a sports injury or the fact that you're a woman to charge you more.
There we go. There we go. You knew that was coming, right? You knew that at some point the president was going to invoke the gender card. They can't hurt you because you're a woman. Because that's how policies were set up before. So often. He continued.
If you couldn't afford coverage because your child had asthma, well, he's now covered. If you're one of the 45 million Americans with a mental illness, you're now covered. If you're a young couple expecting a baby, you're covered. You're safer. The system is more secure for you, and it's more secure for everybody. So if you're getting one of these letters, just shop around in the new marketplace. That's what it's for.
Okay, great. That's awesome. If you're getting a letter of cancellation from one of those policies that you liked and he said you could keep it, if you're getting a letter, well, I was lying through my teeth when I was telling you were going to get to keep it. I'm admitting that part now, but just shop around in the new marketplace. Okay, so here's what happened. A 56-year-old woman in Florida a week ago got a letter from her old insurance company. We're going to cancel the policy you had. Why? I like my policy. No, you can't have it anymore. It's an illegal policy. It's a substandard policy. It doesn't carry everything in your policy that the president says you have to have in your policy. Oh, but I'm 56 years old. I don't need maternity coverage anymore. I'm not going to have any more babies. I'm 56 years old. Nope. The president wants to make sure you're perfectly taken care of, so he's going to make sure you have that maternity coverage in there, because you never know, lady. Even at 56, you just never, ever know. Ever. At 56. Ever. 888-589-8840. This is the new talking point. If you liked that old insurance, it's substandard. By the way, the 56-year-old that liked her insurance, she was only paying $54 a month for it. She went and enrolled in the exchange, with the little online, and to get the policy that she needs to cover the basics of what she needs is now $591 a month. Let's see. 10 months worth of the old coverage would pay for 1 month of the new coverage. But thank goodness she's got that maternity leave coverage in there now, because that 56-year-old woman really needs that. That and that abortion and birth control stuff, too, because that's what we all need, right? Especially the other half of the population that can't even get pregnant. Your reaction to the president's admission that he did promise this, but his solution is now to just go shop in the new networks. 888-589-8840. Taking your calls next.